Okay. Self-practice 5.1a. Question number 1. 3 simple graph. Okay, this is A. So for V, so this is the answer for number 1A. V is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Number of vertex equals to 5. E, we have 1, 2, 1, 5, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, and 4, 5. So also you can write as E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6, and E7. Number of E equals to 7, and sum of degrees formula is 2 times E. So 2 times 7 is 14. Next for B. Vertex P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. Number of vertex 8. E, QP, QR, QW, RV, ST, SU, UV, and VW. Okay. Number of E equals to 8. And the sum of degrees, 8 times 2 is 16. Ada nak masuk ke? Okay, next for C. Vertex A, B, C, D, E, F. Number of vertex 6. E, A, B, A, F, B, C, B, E, C, D, C, E, D, E, and E, F. Number of E equals to 8. Sum of degrees, 8 times 2 equals to 16. Question number 2. Two graphs with multiple edges and loop are given below. So this is graph with multiple edges and loops. For each graph, determine V, E, and sum of degrees. So for A, the vertex is A, B, C, D, and E. Number of vertex 5. E, AB, AB. AB 2 times because this is multiple edges. AE, then BC, BD, DE, CC. CC for loop, CD, DE, and DE. So number of edges n, and sum of degree 2 times 10 is 20. For B, vertex P, so start with O. O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. Number of vertex 7. Edges PU, PU, because this is multiple edges. UT, UT, PQ, PO, QR, QR, QO, RR, for loops, RS, RS, RO, SO, ST, PO, and UO. Number of ages 17. Sum of degrees 17 times 2 equals to 34. Question number 3. Draw a simple graph. This is the answer. Actually, there is many ways to draw. As long as the vertex is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the ages are 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 3, 4, 3, 5, 4, 5, and 5, 6. So this is actually the one of the answer, one of the drawing. Question 4. Draw a graph with multiple ages and loop based on the given information. The V is PQRS and E, as you can see here, PS mean but P and S got multiple ages. So you can draw like this. First, draw the vertex, which is P, Q, R, and S. Then PS mean vertex P and S got two multiple ages. QR, so Q and R, vertex Q and R also have two multiple ages. PP means one loop for P. SS, so one loop here at S. QQ, so one loop at Q. RR, one loop at R. PQ, so one edges from P to one edge from P to Q, and one edge from R to S. So this is one of the answer. Actually, there is many ways to draw as long as you follow this. So this is for B. But is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then look at E here. 1, 5, 1, 5 mean vertex 1 and vertex 5 have to look for two multiple edges. Point 3 and 5 also two multiple edges. 1, 1 means one loop at vertex 1. 3, 3, one loop at vertex 3. 1, one edge from 2 to 1, and 2 to 3, 2, 5, 4, 1, 4, 3, and 4, 5. Alright. So question number 5. Draw a simple graph with the given degrees of vertices. Okay, what does it mean by this? This is actually the number of edges for this vertex. Means for A, here got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Means 5 vertex. Okay, this is the answer for A. 5 vertex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the 2 here mean for one vertex have 2 edges. So 1, 2, 3, 3 here. So maybe for this vertex 1, 2, 3. 2 here for this vertex 1, 2, 3. For this vertex 1, 2, 3. And 4 for this vertex 1, 2, 3, 4. This is meant by this. This is actually a tough question. But don't worry. We just do the exercise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So means there is 6 vertex. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 here mean only 1. This vertex only 1 each. But this vertex 1, 2, 3. So this is for this one. This vertex got 2. 1, 2. So this is for this. For number 2 here. So this is the drawing. Question number 6. Also same as just now. But here you have to draw with loops and multiple edges. So this is the answer. Here got 3 vertex. So 1, 2, 3. 3 means 1, 2, 3. For this point also 3. 1, 2, 3. For this one 4. So loops, actually the degree is 2. So 2, 3, 4. So this 4 is actually for this vertex. Okay. So this is the answer for B. Okay, that's all. So next, we move to new subtopic. Part 2. Okay, our learning standard. Compare and contrast directed graph and undirected graph, weak graph and unweak graph. So what is the difference? A directed graph is a graph in which a direction is assigned to the edge connecting two vertices. Directed graph is usually used to represent the flow of a certain process. For example, road maps, airlines networks, electrical circuits, computer network, and organization charts. Okay, so what is the difference from simple graph? It's actually there is an arrow in the edges. That is the difference. For multiple edges and loop, also got arrow. For loops also, here got arrow. You can refer to the errata I've given to you. So an undirected graph is a simple graph or a graph with loop and multiple edges drawn without any direction being assigned. Okay. So this is we learned before. Undirected graph. The V is A, B, C, D, and the E is AB, AC, BC, and CD. This is for undirected graph. For directed graph, so this is the sum of degree because the edges here is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. For directed graph, as you can see, the difference only the arrow. Undirected graph got no arrow, but directed graph have an arrow. Okay, so the answer will be, the vertex will be the same, A, B, C, D, but for E here, you cannot simply write. For undirected graph, you can write AB or BA. But for directed graph, you have to follow the arrow. Here B to A. So you have to write BA. As you can see here, we write B. But for directed graph, we have to follow the arrow. So BA. BA. Next, CA. C to A. So CA. BC. B to C. And BC. B to C. This is the difference between undirected graph and directed graph. The undirected graph, you just can write any position of A and B. But for directed graph, you have to follow the arrow. But the sum of degrees remain unchanged, which is also 8. For the undirected graph is 8. For directed graph, also 8. What does it mean by that? B in mean B in for A. Mean for vertex A, there is 2 arrow in. From C to A, from B to A. So 2 in. But out from vertex A, there is no out. So 0. So that is mean by this. Okay, have a look at this. B in for vertex B. Vertex B, there is no arrow in. So B in is 0. For D out, for vertex V, there is 2. Because out to A and out to C. Okay. Graph with loops and multiple edges. This one we have learned before. The V is P, Q, R, S, T. And the E, you can just write any direction. PT, PQ, QR, QR, QS, ST, and PT for this loop. But for directed graph, you have to follow the direction. So the V remain unchanged, but the E, you have to follow the direction. PQ, and this one you cannot write QS. You must write SQ. So that's only the difference from undirected graph and directed graph. But the sum of degrees remain unchanged. You just count the number of E, then times 2. What is the differences between weight graph and unweight graph? Simple. The weight graph, there is value here at the edge. Okay. For example, the diagram on the right show one-way path that Zarul can choose for his running practice. At V1, here is the starting position, and at V5 is the ending position before he goes home. Determine the shortest distance from V1 to V5. So actually, from V1 to V5, there is many ways. You can use V1 to V2, and then V2 to V4, and then V4 to V5. Or V1 to V3, V3 to V4, V4 to V5. There is other ways too. So you have to determine the shortest distance from V1 to V5. So the shortest distance is V1 to V2 first, and then to V5. How do you know? You have to try calculate or sum the distance here. 600 plus 500 is 1,100 meter. If you use this journey, or this way, V1 to V3 to V4 to V5, 500 plus 500 plus 500 is 1500 meter, which is not the shortest distance. So this is the answer for A. For B, the longest distance. So the longest distance is V1 to V2, V2 to V3, V3 to V4, V4 to V5. Because it takes 2,500 meters long. Okay, the vertices that must be passed through if the distance of the one-way run is between 1.4 kilometer and 2.1 kilometer. So there is two answer here. Maybe you can use 5.1, 5.3, 5 V, V1, V3, V4, V5, which is 1.5 kilometer, and V1, V2, V4, V5, 1.9 kilometer. Your answer must be in the range of 1.4 and 2.1 kilometer. So these two answer is in the range. So that's all. This is your homework. Self-practice 5.1b. Thank you. Okay, girl, any question?